Well, Kira, NHL playoffs are in full swing. The NBA playoffs just starting as well. And these Toronto Raptors, a little bit of drama going on there. What's happening?
A little bit of drama in the Toronto dressing room, reportedly. Nothing confirmed, but it sounds like they maybe aren't too happy with their playoff schedule. Toronto, just be happy you're in the playoffs, I think is what we're all thinking. It's day 3 of NHL playoff season. The best part of the first round is you will find hockey on your television every single night of the week. One of the biggest hockey fans I know, Ryan King, is joining us live from SAIT campus. Ryan, give us all the game details as we head into the weekend.
Well, Kira, we saw it all last night. The nervous energy in Washington with the pressure on to win. Luongo did not have his night for Florida. The Dallas Stars showed their dominance over the Minnesota Wild, and the Sharks outlasted the Kings in Game 1 action. Tonight, Luongo gets another shot to rob Tavares and the Islanders, while Detroit and Tampa Bay will get Game 2 of that physical series, still without superstar Steven Stamkos. But the biggest showdown tonight will be Game 2 in St. Louis, where the Blues can grab a 2-game stranglehold over that series. Tomorrow morning, it's Sid the Kid looking for a 2-0 series lead, and then Game 2 of Flyers-Caps with Sean Couturier out for this series with a shoulder injury. And I know it's still way too early to think about round 2, but it could feature Crosby versus Ovechkin, and boy, oh boy, what a series that will be. The night game tomorrow is Sharks-Kings, and the Sharks are a different team than 2 years ago after blowing a 3-0 lead to the 2014 Stanley Cup champion LA Kings. New coach, new team, new year. Playoff action in the NHL has no Canadian teams, but the majority of the players are Canadian. And Kira, it does not get any better than this.
Ryan King reporting live from the SAIT campus. After a long night of hockey, be prepared to get up early if you want to cheer on the Toronto Raptors. Second seed in the Eastern Conference, the Raptors will play in the very first game of the 2016 NBA playoffs. Game 1 in their first round series against the Indiana Pacers starts at 10:30 tomorrow morning. After rumors circulated the Raps were annoyed with not being given a primetime TV slot, head coach Dwayne Casey said his team would be ready to play at 6 o'clock in the morning if the schedule so demanded. The SAIT Trojans hosted the annual year-end intramurals banquet at the Gateway this week. It was a fun way for students to close out the season and reminisce over the year that was for intramural sports. SAIT Trojans intramurals includes dodgeball, ice hockey, indoor soccer, and volleyball during the winter semester. It gives the average student a great opportunity to participate in sports that are both fun and competitive while meeting new people and staying active. Sports for the students provides a learning experience that they may not get if intramurals weren't an option.
This is a huge thing for student life on campus. What sport does is it brings students together. It creates a sense of community, and it also teaches them a lot of valuable life skills.
What a way to wrap up the intramural season, especially with some students graduating this year. Another out-of-the-box sport taking place on SAIT campus, Aussie rules. For most Calgarians, Australian football is just some strange sport you see late night on TV, but you may not know it's actually growing in popularity. The Calgary Kangaroos are an Aussie rules football club inviting anybody with an interest in the sport to come out and try it, even if you have no previous experience. Ryan King has more.
Stay with the grazer! Stay with the grazer! Good mate.
Australian rules football is the biggest sport in Australia and has a similar following to hockey here in Canada. It is played on a circular field with an oval ball similar to a rugby ball with 18 players on each team and is a full contact sport. It's a bit of a mixture of American football and rugby, but is considered a lot less physical than those two sports.
It's a lot more aerobic game. There's a lot of running, kicking, hand passing. It takes a lot of the best aspects from a lot of sports and combines them into one.
Aussie Rules has grown in Calgary over the last couple of years with 3 men's teams and 2 women's along with a junior program. The Roos run introductory training sessions at high schools and colleges throughout the city to spread awareness for the sport, including right here at SAIT.
Every time we come here and put the banner up over there, we try and get a few people to come down and ask us what the sport is and try it out. So I think we have 2 or 3 new people today, which is good.
This week was the last training session at SAIT as the season is underway, but will continue training every Monday and Wednesday at Queen Elizabeth School starting at 6 p.m. Team captain Lachlan Griffiths says even though everyone is competitive, it is a casual atmosphere on the field, and the best part of the game is meeting new people looking to have fun.
I think it's really the camaraderie, and most sports will probably say that, but being able to have a tough physical game, exert a lot of energy, and be able to have a beer with your mate afterwards is what I really enjoy about it.
The season kicks off in May and runs all the way into August, with tournaments in Vancouver and Kelowna along the way, leading towards the big prize, the Capital Cup in Edmonton this September.
In only a month's time, the newest sport in Calgary is about to kick off. It's not football, it's not rugby, it's a bit of both, it's Aussie rules. For SAIT NEWSFILE, I'm Ryan King.
Every golf course in Calgary is now open, even though it's only mid-April. Unseasonably warm weather has come with pros and cons for golfers. The Bears Paw Country Club was one of the last courses in Calgary to open, and manpower and irrigation is an early concern. This year is expected to be a challenge for golfers, as an already dry winter is looking to be leading into an even drier spring. As the school year hasn't wrapped just yet, Bears Paw is getting work done with a skeleton crew. Setup duties are underway, along with important course maintenance projects. Irrigation lines have to be ready soon to prevent any long-term damage that could be caused by dry turf.
Water is a prime concern this year. There hasn't been much runoff, so our reserves of water aren't where they normally are, and it means we also have to start watering early. And that's always a challenge for our team because the irrigation system's not up and running. We have to tank water, which means more time, more manpower, and everything like that.
This will be a year where golf course greenskeepers all around the city will be looking to the sky, hoping for rain. A huge road game for the Calgary Roughnecks tomorrow night as they travel to Vancouver to take on the Stealth. Calgary can clinch a postseason spot with a win over Vancouver, and if they do, it will be the 14th straight season they've made an appearance in the playoffs. The Vancouver Stealth have lost 7 games in a row. That's sports.
Well, good luck to our Calgary Roughnecks heading out on the road. And if you're heading out, maybe moving out of your own house, we have some tips for you and some good cheap rental accommodations.